I could be an evil motherfucker. I'm a badass nigga, but I'm not an evil motherfucker.
Word.
Because I choose to be vulnerable and let shit show. You know what I'm saying? I hope that for every nigga and bitch out there in the world.
Peace, everyone. Welcome to Masters of Ceremony. This is your host, Andrew Ascari-Poor, also known as Fifth God. This week's episode is so important to me because it's really the only one that solely focuses on hip-hop so far, and I think it was only right that I have my dear brother, the incredible producer and rapper, Brooklyn's own MADWIZ'S. When I think of MADWIZ'S, I think of a close friend who I've known for some time now, an incredible talent, and someone who me and all my friends consider a hip-hop historian. MADWIZ'S is someone who has taught me so much about not only hip-hop's history, but what it means to truly embody the real deep meaning behind this culture and having it continue to serve as a deep way of life and not just a genre of music. This episode was so special for me to do as well because I've always considered myself someone who embodies the hip-hop culture to the fullest, but when I met MADWIZ'S a couple years ago and began making music with him, I saw that there was clearly a different level of knowledge, understanding, and wisdom surrounding this culture. And also, when I think of MADWIZ'S, I think of someone who is always consistently his truest, authentic self. He never holds his tongue, he speaks what's on his mind, and he's someone who has a lot of love and someone who is such an interesting character that I want more people to get to know, but someone who is also pretty well known on the hip-hop scene in New York. So in this episode, it was a pleasure to discuss MADWIZ'S rapping for as long as he could remember, the culture of hip-hop as a living, conscious entity, as KRS-One says, and we discussed how hip-hop, since its genesis, has always served as a global language and as also a spiritual system which allows us to reconnect to our roots as human beings. We also discussed about the time he met DJ Kool Herc, time he met Nas, being self-sufficient as an artist, the importance of studying the entirety of hip-hop history while also embracing the current times, and so much more about his own path, his journey, and everything he's learned thus far during his career. It was really a pleasure to have this episode that is strictly for my hip-hop heads, but hopefully anyone who's listening to this show can gain some insight about just how important this culture is to people like MADWIZ'S and I, and hope you guys enjoy the show. Tune in after today's episode to learn more about how you can support this podcast and also how you can win a free limited edition vinyl of my debut album as a record producer, The Fifth Tape. MADWIZ'S is on there a couple of times, and as anyone who knows me knows, this album is the shining example of why hip-hop is so important to me and serves as an offering back to this culture, which has given me so much. So, hope you guys enjoy the show. Please stay tuned afterwards for some more information, and much love. Peace.
My guy, MADWIZ'S. Welcome to Masters of Ceremony, man.
Fifth God. What's going on, man? It's so good to be here, bro.
Yes, brother.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you.
I know personally that you have been talking about having a podcast for some years now, and it's good to be here on one of the first episodes of your jam, bro.
Yeah, it was when I was thinking about people who I wanted to bring on during the first couple episodes, MADWIZ'S was at the top of the list.
Oh, come on, I could talk my fucking head off.
Yeah. Not only because it's not only a hip hop podcast, we speak about many different things on here, but especially because hip hop is such an integral part of this show. It was only right to bring you on as one of the first guests, man.
That's because hip hop is life.
Yeah,
that's it.
Within the circle and within the community, you're good. You're considered as the foremost hip hop historian.
Yeah, I studied my ass off. I'm not gonna sit there and deny it. You know what I'm saying?
You can't deny it. It's undeniable for anybody that really knows you.
But I humbly do accept that, you know what I'm saying, the title, and I'm grateful for all the props that niggas give me.
Yeah.
But I studied, bro. I studied my ass off. Like, you know, it's the story I always tell in the interviews and shit. Is one day, like, cause I was a badass in school. I did real good on testing and shit like that, but my grades was shit, and I was bad in class. And one day I got on punishment, and my pops, like for some reason, this his unorthodox way of punishing me was like that I could not listen to the radio. Like that was it. Like no new shit, bro. And then like for some reason he just started feeding me hip hop from the beginning. He's like, just here, like here's just fucking Street Jams Volume 1, 2, and 3, and it had Africa Bambaataa and Grandmaster DST and Egyptian Lover and all of this electronic and original hip hop music, and I studied it from the jump.
And what age was this?
So God damn it, I had to be in the 4th grade.
Wow.
Yeah. In the 4th grade. Because by the 6th grade, by the time I graduated elementary, I was already into it crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, 4th grade.
And did your pops have records and cassettes and
he had
CDs
everything.
and everything?
We have
because you have a crazy collection at the house.
Right. And that's all of that is a percentage of the shit that's downstairs in storage. We used to have an entertainment center. It was huge. You know, my wall in the living room where the records are.
Yep.
There was an entertainment center that was there. And one side was CDs, the other side was tapes. We had a record player, CD player, 8 CDs, and a 2 tape player in one entertainment center. Shit stacked high as hell. We had 1,000 VHS tapes. Yeah. So it was a pop culture hub. Like I lived in like a fucking blockbuster.
Yeah. Wow, that's beautiful, man. I think it's so evident when not only if you listen to your music, but when you really get to know you as a person, that music was in the household since the beginning.
Yeah, defined every era, every moment, good and bad.
Because I think also a lot of our homies and other people, they see you as like, yo, MADWIZ is the GOAT when it comes to hip hop history, but it really goes beyond hip hop. You know so much just about 70s music, 80s music, like
that, you know what I'm saying? We're always talking about hip hop, so that's what what they think. Oh yeah, it's more than that, man. It's like my father also put me onto the Ohio Players. That's my favorite band. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas don't know about Sugarfoot. Niggas don't know.
Yeah, I see you on Instagram in the bathtub in the early morning.
I be chilling, you know what I'm saying? And then playing that real shit, man. And my mother put me on to Quincy Jones, and she was a Prince fan, and, you know, I got the Prince tattoo and shit like that. That's how deep it is for me. But, you know, the subject is usually hip-hop when we're talking amongst our peers.
Yeah. It's, I think we're gonna speak a little bit about your production later on. I feel like it gets overlooked. I think just because a lot of people don't even know that you're producing certain records. But I think your knowledge and expertise when it comes to just music in general comes through the samples you choose, man.
Oh, thank you, bro. Thank you.
Hugely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I try to catch shit that, you know, motherfuckers can't catch. You know what I'm saying? And I think that from studying music, like I get to take the perspective of some of my favorite producers, you know, guys like Premier and DJ Quick. And I get to hear shit that niggas don't hear. And so when it's time to make beats, like I could, you know, bang out a classic or an original, you know, just like the best of them and shit. Motherfuckers just don't listen. They'll just, you know.
For sure, man. They haven't spent the time listening.
Yeah. But you know, when it's crazy because when it happens and it pops off and the niggas would be like, oh, shit, that motherfucker was doing his own shit the whole time.
Yeah.
Let me get one.
Yup. Yeah, man. So I want you to tell us about just your upbringing. You know, it's clear that your parents were supplying you with a steady stream of inspiration via music. But how was it just growing up in Brooklyn where you were at?
You know what, man? It's crazy because I have a lot of good memories surrounding like moments surrounding music and movies and stuff like that. Like my mother and my father knew a lot of shit about a lot of shit. And, I discovered wrestling with my pops. We used to watch WCW, Monday Nitro, and Raw, and he took me to see movies. I went to go see the South Park movie, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. I went to see that in theaters, and I vividly remember, the experience of seeing it at the theaters. But one of the other parts I remember is people being mad at my father, like strangers being mad at my dad. Why would you bring a kid here? Why would you bring a 5-year-old? You know what I'm saying, to this shit. And he was like, he can handle it. He can handle it. He gets the jokes, you know what I'm saying? And I did get them, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't really understand that I was a special case. I just wondered why the other kids weren't here to see the fucking South Park movie.
Yeah.
I just didn't know that they were going to have Satan fucking Saddam Hussein. Shit.
You going to see that movie when it was in theaters explains so much to me about your sense of humor.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
And your dad's sense of humor
right?
As well.
And it was just built. It was ingrained from that moment on. Like I was there early with my mom. It was also music, and she was she's a big sci-fi fan. So she grew up. Well, she grew me up watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer, like X-Files and shit like that. But we also like comedy. Every Saturday, we tuned into Mad TV and Saturday Night Live. And when Mad TV and Saturday Night Live would overlap at like fucking 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock or some bullshit like that, we would just be switching back and forth from skit to skit. Because on Mad TV, we had to catch Stewart. And on Saturday Night Live, we had to catch the fucking Weekend Update and stuff like that. So pop culturally, sorry, I keep hitting that fucking mic.
You good?
Oh, shit. Pop culturally, shit was lit, but we was dysfunctional. You know what I'm saying? I can't really, I don't, a lot of motherfuckers try to find other words for shit. I can't do it. We were dysfunctional. Me and my family, I have a very small family because niggas died and niggas got cut off and shit like that. My mother and my father, they didn't get along as well as I would have wanted them to. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of affected shit for me. You know what I mean? Like every moment that could have been, you know what I'm saying? Like and all moments hold a special place in my heart. But a lot of those moments is like, you know what I'm saying? It's like this shit was lit at this time, but you know what I'm saying? Because
there's something else going on.
I was witness to so much, you know what I'm saying, drama in the house and in my family. And when that shit made me want to go outside. Mm-hmm. And boom, now I'm in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and it's funny because I hear a lot of niggas talk about how, the streets made them, all this tough and shit like that. The streets made me. And it really, you know what I'm saying? My shit, my gangster shit started in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to be witness to drama in the house. I had to be tough in the crib. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it was enough to force me outside to a place that I thought was not as bad as the house.
Yeah, it was
so
manageable.
It's like, the streets was manageable, and there was nothing I saw out there until I seen niggas getting shot. There was nothing I saw in the streets that I wasn't seeing in my own household and in my own family. So
that's real.
It was cool. It was cool though, because once I got outside, shit was, easy to navigate.
Yeah, and how did you feel? Just the external surroundings that you were in, specifically when you were a teenager, how that impacted who you are today, but also just your path leading towards the music.
Well, man, when I was a teenager, and I mean, I'm talking from junior high school to high school, that was when I probably just like took in the most shit. It was a weird kind of transition time. Like, I don't mean to get too fucking crazy deep into it, but that was the technology boom in junior high school. We all got phones. You know what I'm saying? High school, we all got motherfucking phones. Social media took hold of shit. Skolnex and MySpace came around at the time. So now there was like, they had just started separating real life from virtual life at the time. And it wasn't really like working. We didn't really give a shit. We loved it. You got on MySpace and Twitter to talk to niggas you actually knew. Yeah. Shit like that. Yep. And you would still see them all the time. So it was that transition period of the conscious of the youth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was there when that shit flipped. And I was also, once again, outside. I went to junior high school right in the middle of Farragut, so I was fighting them niggas. I went to Satellite West. I went to the Urban Assembly of Music and Art, which was downtown Brooklyn, across the street from Weston House, upstairs from Science Skills. We was fighting them niggas. I met Radimus in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was going downtown. We was just like, yo, it was just like we was living fast. And I was sharing that with young people that were like me, young, you know, my brothers, my sisters, girls that I fucked with, niggas that I didn't like. Like, I was, no matter who it was, I was sharing it with them. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, it made for a great experience, man. Like, I couldn't have been the same nigga growing up in some suburban town, in some school, you know, where I see the same people every day and I don't have to fight the next school that's downstairs.
It's hard to imagine that for you.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, Rad and I spoke about on the podcast, me and him had together, just how important it was for you guys who were rapping to actually make friends with other rappers, and not, because obviously in Brooklyn in your school there was so many different cliques rapping, and you guys didn't get along with everybody.
It's funny how me and Rad are best friends, because before I went to high school, that summer I would have dreams that I was in high school and I had a partner rapping with me. Wow. I would dream about that. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Yeah. So I dreamed about
Rap. Was it a Dominican rapper in your dream?
No, he's black. He's black. I remember the image of the nigga, but it was the same. You know what I'm saying? It was the same feeling. Like, I knew I was gonna have a partner in high school. And me and Rad was a 2-man wrecking crew, bro. They had cliques, nigga. 8 niggas, nigga. 9 niggas, bro. And me and him was still like the premier dudes. Like, just 2 niggas. We was like Macho Man and Hulk Hogan. It was fucking great.
Wow. And this was in early high school, right? When you guys first met?
Yeah, all the way through high school. 9th grade we met and we battled. And we, you know, I don't think I liked Rad. And I don't think he liked me either. You know what I'm saying? It was a rivalry there, but we was in the same MCing and songwriting class. And shout out to M2 Gant. He's the nigga who he put us in a group for like one of our final projects. And we had to write a song together, and we wrote it over this MF Doom beat.
Oh man, it's amazing.
It's called The Stoop, but the beat, Stoop. I forgot the name of the beat, but we wrote it over this MF Doom beat. You got the shirt on.
The Doom shirt on right now, man.
I swear to God, bro. Like, yo, if I can... Let me just give me like 15 seconds to talk crazy. If I can find the audio from this on my shit, then okay. It was this beat.
Oh man, I know this beat. Crazy.
This is us. We're 14.
Wow.
Like, yeah, son, this is some G shit, bro. You probably the first nigga hearing this. It came out on CD.
Wow.
There was and because he said he had like 3 rules. My fault. He said 3 rules. Last but not least, 4 always come with it raw. I wasn't even Wiz at the time. Like, the song, the credits go Radimus and Cam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Radimus and Cam.
You say you dropped it on a CD?
Well, there was a UAMA compilation of all the music classes. And they had it on CD and the fucking shit and that was it, man.
Wow, it's amazing. It's amazing for me to even hear that you guys had those classes at your school. That's incredible.
This is us at 14. Like, and it fucks with me because we didn't really fucking, like, we wasn't really tight like that yet. Like, we was tight in the sense of, yo, you nice, I'm nice type shit. But after this, man, we became friends. Look, I couldn't breathe through my nose. You hear me, Fifth?
I can hear it, man. Wow. I can hear your voice before it became what it is today.
I was talking like this and shit. But I was still fucking
I gotta ask, since I'm wearing the sweater, man. Yeah. It had to have been you who chose the Doom beat. Or was it Rad?
No, it was our teacher. Wow. He just threw it to us. He was throwing random beats at niggas.
Did you know who Doom was at the time?
Yes. Yeah. I didn't give a shit, though.
Yeah.
I didn't start giving a shit till like next year. It was the year after that. I was like, okay. I got the sneakers, and I was like, all right, I get it.
Yeah. Oh, man. So let's rewind for a second. When did you first begin rapping, and what inspired you beyond enjoying the music that your parents were playing you? What inspired you to say, I want to at least attempt to rap?
Fifth God. I do not remember. I've been rapping as long as I can imagine.
That's the most hip hop answer you could have given.
Yeah. As far as my consciousness serves me, I've had rhymes written and I've been rapping.
Wow.
I decided that I wanted to be a rapper when I was in junior high school, in the 8th grade. I said, okay, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Wow. And then you go to high school and your high school has these programs where you got teachers giving you MF Doom beats and, and studios.
And that's what it's like, because I can't ever give up because I can't fail those people. Destiny brought me to that place after I decided that I wanted to be a rapper. Yeah. And it brought me into everything that I know now. Think about it. It's rad and history and it's all the reason why I'm sitting here today. Shit is fucking crazy.
Yeah. So I have this story in my head that you told me once, and I don't remember it 100%, but I think you told me once that a pivotal moment in your life was when you heard this crazy Funk Flex radio show.
Right.
It was 2 hours long or something.
Right. So
please tell the story about that, because I know it
this is Funk
left
Flex
an impact on you.
This is Funk Flex Memorial Day 2007. I was in Staten Island at my friend Theo's crib. He threw a barbecue. Shout out to Theodore Coleman. He's a cook. Shout out to Later 7. That's his dinner club. He's a chef, man. And that's my man's. I went to elementary school with him. And this day in 2007, we hadn't gone to school in years. Well, matter of fact, we was in Satellite West, but we was still, we didn't go to high school together. Motherfucker, man. His pops drove us home. He drove me home all the way from Staten Island. We turn on the radio and Funk Master Flex is playing 90s bangers, just bangers. And he was doing it for 4 hours and I caught it in the middle. Yeah. So I'm driving and I specifically remember the parts. Now it's funny because I didn't know shit about who was playing and nothing like that. The UMCs and motherfucking Organized Confusion. Flex was going in playing Boot Camp Click and all of that. Yep. I didn't know shit. And I was like, all of this shit sounds crazy good. I went to the crib and I just looked it up, man. I went on Hot 97 and thankfully they had archives. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And they gave me the archive and I downloaded 4 fucking hours of this Flex mix.
You still have this file?
On my phone to this day. Whenever I fly out to the West Coast, whenever I go to Arizona or LA, I play that shit. Straight through, and I'm there in a second.
I'm remembering you telling me the story now because, as you just said, there were so many artists where you were like, who is this? Yeah. Or what is this?
And I had to research each and every single one of those, and all of those things branched out into me discovering that. That was fucking huge for my studies, but also for my style too. That shit is crazy, bro.
That's incredible, man. So coming up, especially when you're in high school, you're meeting rad these other MCs. Were you aware at the time that you had more of a well-versed understanding of the history of hip hop than others?
Yeah.
And were you looked at as even back then, oh, Wiz knows all that old school shit?
There's no, 100%. Yes, they was. Yeah. They knew it because I would dress like it. You know what I'm saying? I would dress like it. I would act like it. I would talk like it. You know what I'm saying? That's fire, I just knew all of this hip hop stuff. And it's funny because back then I wasn't caught up to the new shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was now I'm
caught up. Now I'm caught up all the way. I know hip hop from then to today. So it's great.
Yeah, I remember up until I was in about 8th grade, I would say. And that was peak Lil Wayne era. Up until that point for me, I was only looking back on hip hop history and really studying the 90s as much as I could. And it wasn't until I entered high school that I started paying attention to the music that was coming out around then.
Yeah, but it's good, man. And I think that everybody should do it. Everybody should study the span of hip hop and shit like that because that's how you make the best shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I want to know what pushed you to resonate so much with the old school stuff at the time. I mean, because you got to be hearing people with, you're talking about you guys having cell phones, you're hearing the ringtones that are going on in the hallway, you're coming home and seeing the music videos that are out at the time. What made you resonate so deeply with the old school stuff?
It was the fact that I was made to study from the beginning. It was the fact that that And it's funny because that punishment of me not even like being able to listen to the radio didn't even last that long. That shit had to be like 2 weeks or some like a month or some shit like that. He gave me those CDs, but I just continued with that. I was like, yo, this shit is wild right here. I like this.
Yeah.
And so studying, I started recognizing shit like the power of certain shit, certain shit that they try to take out of the game nowadays and stuff like that. So I was knowing the difference between some heavy, you know what I'm saying, some shit with substance and when shit stopped having substance, like, you know what I'm saying? And it don't matter, you know what I mean? Like, because shit is still fun, you know what I mean? Like, this shit's still shit that we dance to and all of that stuff, but like, it's not fucking the Fight the Power video, bro, where they fucking do the wide shot of the niggas going over the crowd and then the banner goes down and they put up the Brooklyn banner.
Yeah.
Nigga, and everybody's dancing like that. One moment right there is like destroyed every video that I was watching in 2006 when I was, you know, and I caught Rap City every day.
Yeah, that's real, man. We were talking before the show of just how much hip hop means to, you know, not just the global community as a whole regarding, you know, the music that has come from it, but on a spiritual level and on a universal level, what hip hop means to the spirit of, you know, not only African Americans, but all people living on this planet, man. I mean,
people living on this planet, son. It's like
hip hop has transcended. It's like, I don't know. We know now it's the most popular genre of music, but hip hop, it's beyond even. And people say, "Oh, it's not just music; it's a culture." But I think it goes even beyond that,
bro. Hip hop is God, nigga. Come back to earth. Like I'm telling you, son. Like think about it, bro. It's not a color, race, nation, or creed that don't fuck with it. I was listening to a nigga named Sidhu Moosewala, nigga, rapper from Indiana, bro. I mean, not Indiana, fucking India.
I was about to say, damn, I didn't know anyone had that kind of name.
Yo, my bad, son. Nigga said Indiana, but he was a rapper from India, bro. And I mean, nice, bro. Trap style, all of that. Like, I'm like, yo, this nigga is nice. I didn't, you know, he's rapping his own language.
Yeah.
And you still feeling it. Like, son, that shit is touching niggas. It means revolution for everybody, bro. My man's put me on to some fucking, shout out to Sergio. That's my homie. He's from Brazil. He put me on to some French rappers, and then he put me on to some Brazilian rappers. And all of these guys, they preach the same message. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like hip hop just really just means rebellion from things that we thought were but aren't really. You know what I'm saying?
That's deep.
Like, that's it. Like, shit that the government tries to feed us, like things about love, like even Lil' Kim, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I forgot one of, oh yeah, Lil' Kim made the song called I'm Human. It was off the Notorious Kim album and shit like that. And she's just talking about being a woman. But it was 99, son. And you know that everybody, like the misconceptions were even deeper then than they are now.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? About women and it sucked. And she was just like, yo, like this is what I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm a woman and this is what that means. Like when you hear NTS rapping in France about like, yo, fuck the police in French, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, yo, it all means something. It's just like this internal source of power that we all get to just be us. You know what I'm saying? And everybody feels it. Like, it started at fucking 1520 Cedric Avenue, bro. Like in the Bronx, in the fucking projects, bro.
Shout out to Kool Herc, man. Wow.
This shit is magic. It's magic.
Yeah, it's like, I feel like it touches the hearts of so many humans across the globe because hip hop, just the practice of it and the culture of it, it returns us back to our roots, man. Just the tribal gathering in a circle, you know, the
it's like me and my mom.
to a cipher compared to, you know, sitting around a fire and just sharing stories. I mean, it just speaks to the humanity of people.
Right. It's like me and my mom was talking. I told you earlier. She got the craziest crush on motherfucking Jason Momoa. And she loves when he does his haka dance. You know what I'm saying? The Polynesian haka dance.
Yep.
And, you know, we was trying to discuss whether us, you know, black people, African Americans, you know what I'm saying? ADOS. if we have those things, you know what I'm saying? And we did, you know, like, you know, in slavery, they had the song.
Call and response.
Yeah, the call and response and all of that stuff. And that shit really was stripped from us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Through like racism and just the system, like just being in America, being taken from home. Like we lost our connection to where the fuck we was from. So we don't even know how to do the goddamn rituals from there and shit. But through our struggle came a new motherfucking thing, and that was black music, jazz, percussion, motherfucking BB King, then blues. Roy Ayers, then you know Gil Scott Heron, then motherfucking hip hop, like just and hip hop was the one, you know what I'm saying? Because hip hop could incorporate every single thing that came before it. Nothing before it could incorporate hip hop, but hip hop could incorporate everything else. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so that is our haka, you know what I'm saying? When we turn up to the club to 3-6 Mafia and we wilding out and shit like that.
Yeah,
and
that's our rain dance.
That's our shit. When fucking LOX drops Wild Out and you see all those tunnel videos and shit like that, that is our haka. That's our tribal rituals and shit like that. They try to, you know what I'm saying, market that shit and commercialize it, you know what I'm saying? But at the very end of the day, like it always shines through.
Yeah.
You just got to find a way to take back the control and use it for what it's really meant for.
Yeah,
to get the fuck over.
Sure, man. And I see you tapping into that higher state that hip hop has the potential of placing artists in, specifically when you're on stage. I mean, you're an incredible producer and recording artist, but you are a true MC, man.
Thank you.
And you could see you're gleaming with excitement, enjoyment, and that you're being nourished when you're up on stage in front of the mic.
And what's funny is this ashtray, right?
Yeah.
What's funny is this, man. I still get nervous, bro. As many shows as you've seen, I still get those butterflies. I still be like, damn, son, I hope this shit go good. Damn, son, I'm scared. Damn, son, what if I trip and fall on stage? Damn, son, what if I forget my lyrics? Damn, son, what if this doesn't go right? And as soon as I step out on stage and that first beat gets to playing, and sometimes it's not even when the beat gets to playing. Sometimes it's when I spit my first bar. Sometimes I'm nervous up until I spit my first bar. But as soon as I fall into my state of, you know, being hip hop, like that shit just, it takes over me. It's like a fucking armor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's like the spirit of hip hop. Like, you know, one time I heard KRS-One on the radio, he was doing a drop. This nigga said, this is hip hop manifesting itself in the form of KRS-One. And I never forgot that because that's how I feel on stage. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no longer me. Like, it's my body infused with that of the angel / demon of motherfucking hip hop.
Yeah.
And it makes me powerful as hell.
Yeah, that's classic, man. To quote KRS again as well, he says, hip hop is a consciousness.
Right. You're right.
It is an entity of its own. It has its own agenda.
It's beyond a concept, bro. It's beyond the musical thing. Like, it's beyond religion. Like, that shit is seriously like, you know what I'm saying? When you talk about spirits and angels and shit like that, hip hop, that shit is right up there with that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's something that's metaphysical. It's beyond all 5 of our senses and shit like that. Like, we can manifest it in a tangible form and shit like that. But that shit is a waveform. That shit keeps the world going. That shit is like the sea and the stars.
I always say that hip hop provided me my first psychedelic experiences before I ever even got into plant medicines whatsoever. Truly, and it's not an exaggeration me saying that. I'm talking about full-on states of pure trance and focus and emotion, almost moved to tears. And you know personally, because I've seen music and hip hop moving in ways where no one could talk to you at the moment.
Yeah, remember that time when we was in Texas and Kendrick dropped his shit?
When Kendrick.
I was like,
Kendrick
that motherfucking boy did good, and he stayed true to hip hop, and that shit made me emotional.
Yeah.
Because I was like, son, he did it. Like, this is it. That was hip hop manifested in the form of for the fucking Kendrick Lamar. I was like, holy shit, nigga.
Yeah.
I thought I was the only one who could do that shit.
Yeah. Also, when we were at the Lost Tapes 2 Drink Champs release party, when Nori was interviewing Nas.
Nigga, I was locked in.
You were so focused on the interview.
It was just me, Nori, and Nas.
Radimus is behind you, like talking to you. You just like, you're not responding whatsoever. You're just staring up on stage.
I was there with the gods. Nigga, the niggas who made it.
Yeah.
who made me want to do this.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? We met Kool Herc that night. Like, it was like,
Oh yeah. After I left, I saw him as I was leaving.
we met Kool Herc, my nigga. We took pictures.
You and Riz,
with that
right?
nigga. Yeah, son.
That's
like
crazy,
we was
man.
losing our minds, bro.
Yeah.
These are the reasons why we do it. You know what I'm saying? And these are men. And just, I mean, like, yeah, Nas and Nori was there. But Kool Herc kind of fucked me up even more. Because you look at him and you like, yo, this nigga is the father.
Yes.
He brought the motherfucker outside, all right? And that shit spread like wildfire, like hip-hop, nigga. Like, damn it, we sitting here talking because of some shit Kool Herc did that his sister talked him into. Like, that's why we here, bro. That's why you have an MF Doom hoodie on. That's why I have a Nas hoodie on, bro.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is crazy, bro. That wasn't like, it was him, but nigga, he was chosen by some other force, nigga, some otherworldly force to bring this fucking consciousness to Earth, my nigga. Like, that shit was just like, he was just the vessel.
Conduit.
Exactly.
There we go. Yeah, man. He, is it true he charged you $1 or $2 for a photo?
And I'd have gave him 10.
Only $1 he asked
Only
you for.
$1.
Wow.
Makes sense, nigga. In church, you gotta pay tithes.
Yeah. Real talk.
I'm not gonna give $1 to motherfucking Kool Herc. Nigga only asked me for $1, nigga.
Yeah.
I paid niggas for weed, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, and other shit. And for everything that I'm doing in this hip hop shit and as much money as I'm making off of it, come on, bro. I gotta give the nigga who made this shit possible for me.
And he showed you love.
$1.
And it was peace.
Right. It was lit. Chatted with us.
I recently listened to a Brother Ali Combat Jack podcast, which was incredible. Both people, huge inspirations to me. Rest in peace, Combat Jack.
Yeah, man.
One of the biggest inspirations behind me starting this podcast as well. And you got to meet and connect with him as well. But on the podcast, Brother Ali was speaking about all his idols and all the OGs in the game that he met, and how the ones who were nice to him and cool with him, he was so grateful because he was saying that the OGs don't owe any of us anything. Shit. They could be a dickhead to us and we gotta accept it.
And I hate the fact that I see some of it, like, fuck that, man. Like, Kool Herc should have a bank account that, like, every time a nigga go platinum, nigga 10% of they shit start going into Kool Herc shit. Yeah, like, that nigga should get royalties off all our shit, bro. Yeah. There's no reason why some of these OGs should still be living in the hood. Like, still be living in the projects and shit like that. Kaz and Herc and them niggas, we gotta put them up somewhere. Like, we have to, bro. Like, that shit is a
it's
must.
a common discussion in hip hop right now.
Yeah, it's a must, bro. Niggas gotta show love to the OGs. I don't give a fuck what you do, what you rap about, nigga.
But it's amazing that you've got to connect with, a couple of your idols and them actually show you love. Like, you're rocking the Nas sweater right now, but you got to, without even expecting, dap and have a short exchange with Nas at South by. Tell us that story, man.
Nas fucked me up at South by, man. Yo, son, we was there that day, right?
Yeah, I was there. I got kicked out, and then I had to make my way back.
Was you there when the moment that shit happened?
Yeah, I was like a little bit away.
You had just came
Joey
back
was performing on stage, I think.
Right, and we was just chopping it up with all them niggas, and we seen Piff on stage with Davies.
Yep.
I just knew, man, that nigga was coming out that side door. And I said, fuck it, I'm gonna go over there, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's certain niggas I have to meet, bro. Like Ric Flair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when I see Rick, like, I gotta go over there. I never met Rick before, but he's one of my idols, and Nas is my favorite rapper of all time. Nas is the reason why, Nas changed my life, my nigga. So I knew he was coming out that side door, bro, and then I went over there, and it was just like the whole area cleared. Like, there was nobody there, bro. Like, I went over there, and nobody was there. And I sat there for a second, and my boys, I was all over there just talking and shit, and I looked at the door, and I seen one of the bodyguards come out, followed by Nas, nigga. And then he walked right by me, and I was like, yo, Nas. I stuck my hand out. I said, yo, Nas, bro. I'm like, yo, you the reason I do what I do. I said, thank you. And he said, yo, you a king. You know what I'm saying? And then he gave me £1 the second time. It was the second time he gave me £1. The earth, the clouds parted and shit like that. I was like, you know what I'm saying? And I felt, it's weird, man, because I know he's just a human being, but I felt the power, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gave that nigga dap, and it was like, I felt the power of a nigga who has influenced so much of what I do, bro. Like, the God, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, if a fucking Kobe passing one of these new basketball niggas the ball, like Michael Jordan, like you gonna feel that shit, nigga. It was like Space Jam when all the powers in the basketball, and I felt that shit, and that shit transferred into me, bro. And we were in, you know what I'm saying? That shit.
It did. I remember you were changed after that moment.
Yeah, son.
And I'm not gassing it whatsoever. You were a different person.
That ass, like moment. Immediately, bro. That shit immediately fucking changed my life, my nigga, because I was like, yeah, bro. Nigga don't know me from a hole in the wall. Nigga called me a king for no reason. He probably just threw that out there.
That's real, man.
But he didn't know what the fuck he did. You know what I'm saying? For a nigga like me at that time.
At the Lost Tapes 2 release party, that photo I snapped of him.
Yeah.
I had, a similar moment in which there was a transference of, me. I didn't get to meet him or anything, but to be able to get that portrait of him was so rewarding and nourishing to me, because he was I'm going to put the photo up on the screen for those who are watching.
Yeah.
But he was in the midst of a crowd of chaos.
Wow.
Of people just hounding him, trying to get photos. Nori was right there. They had bottles. There was just so many people around him. I was about 20 feet away and just lifted my camera up, just waiting for a time to take a shot, but I didn't know what I was going to get.
Yeah.
And as that moment I picked my camera up, he glances over directly at me through everybody and just gives me a little smile. When before that, his face was like, he was angry, or he was agitated or feeling overwhelmed from everybody around him. But the moment he turned his head and we locked eyes, he just gave me this little smirk. And at that moment, I mean, maybe I'm looking too deep into it, but I was like, he sees me. He sees that I'm peace,
Yeah, son. Niggas know, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, wrestlers always tell it the best. Sometimes you have these little matches and shit. I heard D'Lo Brown, he was talking about when they was in the Nation of Domination, and Ron Simmons was the first black WCW World Heavyweight champion. And D'Lo was in a faction with him like 6 years later or whatever. And one day they're in the stadium and D'Lo was like on the shit and they're doing the Nation of Domination and shit. And D'Lo bumps him and he's like, yo, Ron. He's like, yo, I was sitting right there when you won the world championship. Mm-hmm. I was sitting right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, the nigga D'Lo Brown was just some kid wrestling fan wanting to get into the business when Ron Simmons was at the peak of his shit doing some legendary shit that inspired him, and he got to see some shit that boosted him enough to get to where, to become who he became. And then he got to tell a nigga that did it for him about it, you know what I'm saying, while also standing next to him. And there's so many moments like that in wrestling, but also with rap, bro. Like, you in concert, seeing niggas do special moments and stuff like that. That shit really means something, bro.
It's beautiful, man. I mean, I feel like you are at a point in your career right now where you've had the honor to hit some of the same stages as some of your idols.
Yeah, like, it's funny because I met Nas. Right, like, we met Nas, then we opened for him, you know what I'm saying?
Later, right?
A year later, bro. Like, I'm standing with Lil Fame, like, rapping Nas shit. Like, he's sitting there with me. I'm like, damn, Lil Fame, you like Nas, huh? Motherfuckers, niggas love. It's funny when you find out that niggas is fans as much as you are, you know what I'm saying? Even though niggas might be legends themselves.
Yeah.
That shit is crazy.
How does it feel for you now, entering a different stage in your career where you're getting closer to bridging that gap between you and your idols?
It's exciting, but I'm really just got so many plans. Like, when I think about that, I just think about, like, when I'm able to get in contact and make these calls and really, like, get somebody in the same room or something like that. Like, I have so many ideas and shit that needs to get done, you know what I'm saying? Not only for myself, but for this culture. And I just can't wait. You know what I'm saying? Like I just cannot wait, bro, to you know what I'm saying, to get in the same room as some of my idols and even some of my peers that I look up to that rap now.
Of course,
you know what I'm saying?
currently. Yeah. Speaking of that, man, being someone who is such a avid lover of the old school, I've seen you in recent years, because when I first met you, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. That's all Always listens to. Very, very quickly, I realized that wasn't the case.
No.
But like not even close.
Not at all, bro.
Especially, I've seen you, ironically, embrace this new wave of hip hop almost more than anybody else.
Yeah, bro. It's funny because I'm gonna tell you why. And it's so fucked that people say, yo, you know, man, we just love that old school shit. You love that old school shit. No, nigga. Like, I listen to the new, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I fuck with the fucking music from today. Like, and niggas just don't know it because I'm so well-versed in the other shit. And we don't get to talk about it. But, nigga, Young Thug, The Baby, Future, Saweetie, Meg, Baby Mother, like, yo, fucking, I mean, she's not a rapper. FK, Twigs, like, even Stunner Foe, Vegas, Sauce Walker, all of these niggas, bro, like, I fuck with. Those is my niggas, but I'm gonna tell you why. And it's because they not so different from the old school rappers.
Yeah,
in the sense that they have character. There's charisma is back in the game, bro. There was some blend. We had a bland time.
Yeah,
we had a little bland decade. It was like 10 years where niggas like, yo, this is fucking boring. Y'all niggas is boring, nigga. But you see personality now.
Yeah.
You see more color now.
Yeah, they brought flavor and originality.
Right.
Man. Well, those people you just named, of course, there were so many people after them who bit their style. But those names you just named right there, like Future, Young Thug, they really came in with originating that sound.
Right.
You know?
Like these niggas like their personality is there, son. It's in there, son. You can tell they rap about what they going through. You know what I'm saying? Like it's for real. You know what I'm saying? Like Young Thug is nice, bro. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
Yeah. Just like Ray and Ghost said back in the day, you know, they don't want nobody sounding like anybody in their crew. And that was like a familiar motif throughout hip hop just in the 90s was nobody should sound exactly like anybody else.
And it's so fucking easy not to, but I don't know what the fuck is wrong with niggas and why, you know, it's so much of that. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
simply because it's easier to bite.
Yeah, it is, man. And it's also because of the industry is promoting that. They want motherfuckers to sound like a different version of the same shit.
Yeah. It's because one thing works so well that
they're
people
like,
in the
yo,
industry want to
we got to put all our money into this shit.
Yeah.
Niggas be fucking the game up. It's crazy.
Yeah. I think it's beautiful that, you know, that people get to know that you're not just some golden era hip hop loving old school type of dude who shits on all the new stuff. You know, because that's not the case.
Because some of the old heads be acting stupid, boy. Like these niggas be wilding, bro. Some of the old heads be wilding, nigga, and I'm not that, bro. Like. I just have studied my genre. That's it. Like motherfuckers study basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas study football. I goddamn study hip hop, nigga, and I know that shit front to back. So, and I'm just here in the present. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's still evolving. I think that's what separates a lot of these bitter, older generational people sometimes who think about the glory days of hip hop. Yeah. It's because I think they haven't accepted that it's an evolving art form. And like we said, it's a consciousness, it's an entity of its own that has its own agendas at times.
Because just like there's niggas now who don't study the shit before and they lack. There's niggas from before who refuse to study shit from now and then they wonder why they shit sounds all outdated and dusty. Yeah. Motherfuckers, like, niggas, just come together, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm tired of this shit, man. I want to hear KRS-One and The Baby together on the trap beat. And I want KRS-One to really kill it because he know what the fuck he doing on a beat like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, of course. Those are my dreams.
Man, speaking of beats, can we speak about your production, man?
Yeah,
Because,
man. MADWIZ'S be producing, man.
Yeah, I mean, it used to be hidden a bit.
It was fucking crazy, bro. I was
Which I loved at the time.
Yeah, I was.
People deserve to give you your props, man.
Yeah, they did,
These
man.
beats.
And somebody who I, used to listen to a lot told me that I should fucking tell everybody that it's actually me producing. But I used to produce under an alias named Tokyo Tim, and I produced all my old tracks, and so I used to produce for Radimus and History on a lot of their early stuff. You know what I mean? I have been fucking producing since I was 14, 15 years old.
Yeah.
Started on Audacity and that was it. And nobody knew that I was making these beats. And
on Audacity of all programs.
Yeah. I would just do Audacity, bro. That shit was crazy. I don't even know how I was doing it. And now that I got Reason, I'm like, God damn, son, I was a fucking
let's
primate.
give people some context, man. You were producing for yourself under the name Tokyo Tim.
Right.
But for years, everybody was told that Tokyo Tim was some producer in Japan sending you beats.
Yeah. I told them that it was a producer that I met online and he was sending me beats. I met him on MySpace. It was so easy to do, bro. Like, he had a MySpace page and all of that. And it was just a picture of me in a luchador mask. Like, it was fucking hilarious, bro. I was like, yeah, Tim, he lived in, but his mom is American. She lives in California. So he goes back and forth between California and Japan. He fucks with my shit. Yeah. He sends me shit and all of that, my nigga. Everybody believed it, bro. Like, there's not one motherfucker in this world who knew that I was Tokyo Tim other than Radimus.
Yeah.
Like, it was probably Radimus and History knew.
Yeah. I remember putting it together myself because I started to see you produce on Reason, I think. And I don't know what it was. There was something else that happened as well, but something just told me like, oh, wow. This is MADWIZ'S making these beats.
Yeah, we did Belly the Snake, and it was like,
yes, that's what it was. I helped you with Belly of the Snake.
Yeah, so I must have told you during the making of that shit.
I think no, it was pretty evident. You were sending me stems for the mix down that I was working on, and I was seeing that some of these tracks were produced. They were produced. These tracks were produced by Tokyo Tim.
Yeah,
but you're sending me the tracks. I'm telling you what needs to be tweaked. You're like, oh yeah, I'll do that real quick. I'm like, yo, how you gonna do that?
I just assumed niggas thought that I was good at sound editing because I was still making clean versions for niggas at the time. So I would make clean versions and
which
live mixes.
You're known for doing as well. You make legendary clean versions of records.
Yeah, the edits. And I was doing that and I was doing live mixes, so I just assumed that niggas thought I was good with audio software and stuff like that, so I could fool motherfuckers. But it just became too much. As we started making more content, it became too much, and then I started wanting my props. Like I was like, nah, niggas need to know that I'm making these motherfucking beats. Yo, when I did 718 MADWIZ'S, I told niggas like, yo, this is MADWIZ'S. Tokyo Tim is dead. I'm Tokyo Tim. I lied to y'all niggas. And niggas, the whole year, niggas was like, yeah, so what's good with Tokyo Tim?
Yeah, the lie got too big.
They niggas didn't even fucking believe. Like, niggas either didn't believe me or forgot that I was telling niggas like, hey, I'm producing this shit.
Yeah.
So I just tell niggas now when they ask me, I'm like, yes, it was me. So we doing it one at a time. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling niggas one at a time.
Yeah.
But for any motherfucker that's watching this right here, MADWIZ'S is Tokyo Tim. It's been me. I've been making all my motherfucking beats. Y'all can stop with that shit now. It's over. All right?
Oh man, it's so classic, man. Because if the beats were whack, it would be another thing. But the beats are fire, man. I remember being stunned. I was scared. Like, yo, Wiz is producing all these. Yeah. And it's unlike anything else that's out right now. Man.
I wasn't gonna tell niggas that it was me until I was like pretty sure that and it's funny because I was releasing music and I didn't and it's funny because niggas was always asking me who made the beat, so I should have probably started saying it earlier.
Yeah, you could have made some bread off.
Yeah, I could have made some bread early. Damn. All right, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I mean, for those who are listening, you should holler
buy some motherfucking beats, nigga. My shit is not Cassidy. Okay. Yeah.
That's crazy, man. But I mean, yeah, it's like you don't really rap on other people's stuff unless it's a feature.
Yeah,
for your own projects, it's all you.
No. You know why? Because it's funny because I probably would. But I see so much drama surrounding producers and producing and shit like that. The producers be like, we're not getting paid. These niggas is making hits and they're not paying us. and I'm like, fuck, that's crazy. So I'm like, all right, if my producer's not gonna get paid, at least it's gonna be me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting paid off the rap still. It's like, all right, cool. I'm like, yeah, and I'm asking my own motherfucking label, when is the motherfucking producer money coming in? Like, I'm good off this, nigga, but I need a side with my motherfucking chicken. I can't just eat chicken by myself. I need a side. So where the fuck is my money at? But I wanted to avoid all of that and shit like that. And then I felt like motherfuckers, there wasn't the only nigga that was making it's so crazy how like I just be wanting to beat this nigga the fuck up. But the only nigga that was making beats that was really touching me was Double A back in the day. You know, we went to high school.
Yeah, shout out to Double A.
Together. And he was making the best, and I would get 100 beats from him. Whatever beats he didn't sell for the year, like he would just give me the rest. And he did that for like 3 years straight, bro. And he was like the only dude that made beats that I could fuck with other than myself. And that was it. Like, motherfuckers couldn't make shit that I could go off to, but I could. You know what I'm saying? Because I had influence from studying hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It was fucking Bomb Squad. It was N.O. Joe. It was fucking Mike Dean. It was goddamn DJ Quick. It was fucking Pete Rock. You know what I'm saying? It was DJ Premier. These motherfuckers, Buck Wild. These niggas was like, I was like, all right, son, like, I know how to produce. Like, it was hard knowing the technicalities and shit, but if you know the feeling and you could just get it to like hit in between, boop, that's what the fuck happened with producing. It happened early. Yeah.
And you know, as me and you, I've known you now for 6 years.
Yeah. It was 2013. I was working in a burger shop.
Yeah, that's crazy. And like we both said, we're the only people who we've met who our first meeting is filmed. Yeah. Which is crazy.
Yeah, that's
I did it myself.
That's real gangster. Rappers didn't even start doing that till we did it. Rappers started filming themselves, meeting legends after me.
It's crazy because when I dropped that clip, I don't even think you knew that I even ever had that clip of us meeting, right? Or maybe you did know.
I did not know that, bro. I didn't even know you was filming, bro.
Yeah, I remember you told me, like, yo, that just
that shit fucked me up, bro. Yeah. Like, that shit fucked me up. We can't curse on this?
No, you can. I mean, I'm just, I'm being fifth guy.
I was like, the nigga said F me up. I was like, oh, shit.
No, you can definitely
You
curse
got a whole lot of editing to do, nigga.
Nah, you're good, man. But throughout the years, you know, eventually I know that you're producing your own stuff and you're engineering and you're mixing stuff as well, just cleaning things up. But what made me so proud was when you said, oh, and also you were creating cover arts and you're nasty at Photoshop, which I've always been so inspired by.
Thank you.
You've just taken that into your own hands.
Cause motherfuckers don't answer their fucking emails and they DMs, bro. I be trying, like, it was funny because I was really trying to work with niggas, you know what I'm saying? But niggas be wanting to work with the whack niggas and they be on the whack niggas' dicks and they be like, yeah, man, Wiz, you got it. Don't worry, yo, you can rap like motherfucker. So I end up having to do shit myself.
No, you made your own way. And I think that ended up serving you much better because that led you to say, yo, Fifth, like, I want to start editing my own videos. Yeah. And you could shoot, I can edit this and that. And when we first were discussing this, I was like, wow, okay, yes, Wiz is now taking his career into another level, into his own hands.
Then we did How Special.
Yeah, How Special, man. Wow. Yeah. Wow. How Special was the first music video you edited?
It was the very first music video. It's funny because me and Rad had done a video in 2009 with a fucking digital camera and I edited on like Windows. But that was the first video I really edited on like Premiere or some real shit like that, man. Yeah. That shit was like, yo, that meant a lot, bro. Like, I'm glad that you was so, you know, you was just like, yeah, all right, cool, go for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was good for me, bro, because I was like,
I supported it 100%, man.
Yeah, man. And I kind of just took the little that I seen you do. Took the little that I, you know, even like M's and Watts. Like, I took the little that I saw those guys do when they were editing and stuff like that. And I'm like, all right, here's the basic functions and shit. Because, you know, I'm always looking over niggas' shoulders Like I'm always trying to, see what niggas is doing. Like, yo, what's that? What's this machine? What's that button do? Shit like that. And I took that, and then once again, it was fucking studying the game. After watching so many music videos. Like, I just knew exactly how long to make the clips.
Yeah. It came natural to you, man. That was the first thing I noticed.
Like, it was just like, okay, like, all right. I like watched the LL Cool J video real quick, and I was like, okay, so the clips need to be this long. And the arrangement of the clips was the first thing that happened. Like, we did that shit in 2 days. Like, that shit got edited in 2 fucking days, bro.
I remember almost feeling a little embarrassed when I got the edit back from you, because I think I was working on a video at the time and it was taking me a long time to do it. And I mean, I'm sure I had a lot going on, but still, I remember getting House Special back and seeing the edit, and I was like, Wiz did this in basically 1 day. I was like, oh man, I got to step up.
I was excited though, man, and that was a real 1 day. That wasn't like, yo, 6 hours.
Though.
I was up, like just.
I remember.
I was wilding the fuck out, bro.
Well, what I'm getting at is that you've never been an artist who wasn't willing to take additional work outside of your immediate craft into your own hands.
Yeah.
And why is that? I'm sure it's due to you not wanting to have to rely on
I don't want it to be whack. Once again, from studying the game, I know what's corny, kind of. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of corny shit kind of gets by because it's just acceptable. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want that. I want above and beyond. I love over the top. I love attitude. I love debauchery. I love fucking fire and brimstone and scorched earth and explosions, bro. Dead ass. Like, that is like, I like cinema. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what it is, it has to evoke a feeling, and it has to all be on the same on that same thread. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want the fucking song to feel good and the video to be shitty. You know what I'm saying? If the song is good, I want the video to match the same way and shit like that. And it takes certain shit. Like, I remember even when we were shooting the videos before, like when we would do Mean Gene and stuff like that, like I would be like, yo, can we get a shot from down low or some shit like that?
When
like,
we did Fuck Everything.
Yeah, it was just like, all right, we gotta, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just the little shit, because it's not only is it's the shit that looks good, but it's also the shit that motherfuckers ain't doing. And it's the shit that sets niggas apart and shit like that. And it's also the necessary shit. If you want to evoke feeling, niggas wonder why they shit not connecting. It's because they not trying shit that's fucking outside of the box or the societal norms of what the fuck is being done today. And that's with beats, rhymes, videos, artwork, the whole all process. Of that. And I'm like, no, I'm not leaving that shit in another motherfucker's hands, bro, until I see a motherfucker that could do it like me.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wow, hearing all this just makes me get excited for whatever's coming next from you,
man. I'm gonna keep going. Like, motherfuckers, like, I saw niggas be like, yo, you're gonna need team, man. You're gonna need somebody to do. You can't do it all by yourself. I'm be like, nigga, well, y'all better make some MADWIZ'S clones, bro. Give me some little, like, Asian kids. I teach them how to, like, do the shit like me.
Just the ironic thing is that although you're willing to take so many of these things into your own hands, that you do work well on a team. You know, within our circle of homies, you know, you're always willing to ask for help or delegate a task to somebody else if they can do it better than you. You know, like, I just love specifically, like, you and History have such a beautiful relationship.
Yeah, man. That's because I'm born on March 3rd. He born on March 4th, man. That says a lot, man. We born a day apart.
Yeah, so. Blank on the 6th. That whole week is
that
always
whole lineup
crazy.
is crazy, son. But son, that's the Pisces in us. But also, as far as, like, the group dynamic goes, this is also motherfuckers that I've been in it with for more than 10 years now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Radimus is the first nigga that I rapped with ever. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was rapping by myself until I did a song with Radimus. History is probably the first person to that I really, you know, put audio in the hands of. Like, I was going to his crib to record, like, getting his advice on beats. Like, he was making me certain beats, and he was the first person I would go outside the box with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would do a song that was outside of my comfort zone, you know, because history made the beat and it was hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, and these are people that I have a rapport with. These are my family and my brothers and shit like that.
Beyond music.
I hate new niggas, bro. So it's like you can't just throw me in a group with 5 motherfuckers and expect I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna really like be like, yo, fuck y'all niggas, like that ass, because it's just not gonna feel good. So it's just it's the right group of motherfuckers, bro. Like it really is, bro. We all together for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like all of us are like. We all down for a reason, bro. It's because we all like kind of connect on that same level. Yeah. We could just make it happen and make it mesh, bro.
Yeah,
and if
you showed me love since day one, man.
Yeah, Fifth, you been that nigga, bro. You knew that, bro. And there was legends about you. You know, Fifth God.
Oh man.
Let me tell y'all something about Fifth God on his own show. You hear about him before you meet him. That's the thing about Fifth. They will tell you about that nigga. Like I heard about Fifth God for 2 years. They was telling me about him for 2 years before I actually met this motherfucker. So when I met him, I was like, yo, you was like Sal. I thought I was meeting a nigga from the mafia. Like, G shit, bro. Like, I'm in LI. I'm like, damn, that was my, like, you know what I'm saying? But the time when I came out to LI for the first time, shit, my pops dropped me off.
Yeah,
I was
that
like,
was crazy.
I was like, damn, son. Like, I'm out here. Like, yo, what up, God? Like, even the first time we talked on Facebook and shit, we was like, we was doing the mathematics and all that shit.
That was hilarious, man.
Like,
I was like, yo, this guy Wiz is a certified 5%er. I didn't know that you weren't.
Yeah, son, I am, but you know what I mean? But I'm like,
yourself,
but I knew that you was too, because I'm like, look, niggas are scared of this nigga like Suge Knight, man. They was talking about you like Suge Knight, and you are one of the most kindest, gentlest people ever, but you just like, just have this legendariness about you that's just like, it's comparable to like Jay fucking Prince, bro. Like, that ass niggas thought you was Jay Prince, bro.
I remember, I knew about your work before we met through history, I think. I remember seeing the paralysis video. That was the first thing I ever saw. And I was just like, wow.
Great video. This dude is dope.
Reminds me of Big L. That was like the first thing I thought, obviously, at the time. That was like the first thing that jumped to my mind. And I just knew you were somebody who I wanted to connect with.
Thanks,
for me, man, it's like, it's been such an honor and pleasure to form this family with you and Mogul Club and everybody who surrounds us, because I was a fan, even though it was only for about a month or two before I actually got to meet everybody. I was at Five Towns kind of with my hood up to myself, walking around school, just kind of scoping everybody out, because I transferred in my sophomore year, so I didn't know everybody. And I remember kind of seeing history, doing some like MPC videos on YouTube. Yeah. And somehow I knew you guys were connected, and I seen Paralysis, and I was like, damn, I'm back in LI after transferring from Connecticut when I was going to university there, back in my home turf, closer to the city. These are the brothers I want to connect with.
Wow.
So when we first all really, like when history brought me in, and I always got to give credit to history, man, because he's the one who bridged the gap between me and that whole scene.
He bridged the gap between a lot of us, bro. Yeah. Like, that ass. So it's like
Brooklyn's big brother, man.
That ass. Yeah.
Real talk.
He's the connector, bro. That shit is crazy.
Yeah. So over the years, I mean, for me, like there's just been so many moments where, I'm watching you guys on stage, or we're at No Mystery recording together, and I'm literally just thanking God that I have been able to find brothers outside of, because it was just me and Blank for a long time. Yeah. Some of our older homies, but to connect with you guys was so rewarding for me, man. Real talk,
you, Fifth, bro. I appreciate that shit, bro. You bring a lot of the energy to the game, bro. I don't know if you remember when Alexandra Gavilet took that picture of us
in South by, right?
Yeah, for New York Magazine, and you had on a jacket, and you was Coach Fifth, and
the Team USA jacket.
Yeah, and I called you Coach Fifth. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you really do, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we would just be like these rogue basketball players, nigga, just like making up our own plays and shit like that. But you bring so much grounding to the game, and it means a lot. Like, we could look for you. It's just like, sometimes we even gotta ask you for advice. Like, sometimes just knowing you means that I gotta like, have more calm in my mind, or you know what I'm saying, or be a little more peaceful in the situation and shit like that. It's like I know Fifth God, like that's my brother. Like I gotta chill. You know what I'm saying right now? You know what I'm
the
saying?
same way, whatever way I helped mold you into that, you guys helped me much more, man. Just, throughout my entire process of creating my album and just becoming who I am now and who I'm still becoming.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys really give a lot of credit to y'all, man.
It really all means something, brother. It really does, man. It really does, man.
Yeah.
We all individuals and shit like that. And we a tight circle, bro. And it's very, very small.
Yeah.
But we for us, we make a lot of moves, bro.
Yeah, it's a blessing because I think
we go crazy.
We do things individually, but we move as a unit, man.
We go crazy. It's all attached to them same motherfuckers. They're like, oh yeah, that's them.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
them
One win from one of us is a win for all of us.
Absolutely, bro.
Wrapping up, man, I want to ask you some final questions. You can go through these as quick as you want.
No, yeah, cool.
Who are some creators right now? They could be artists, it could be actors, musicians, painters, whoever. Who are some people that are inspiring you right now? Maybe 2 or 3. You just want to show some love to.
Who the fuck am I trying to show love to right now? I want to say peace to Saweetie.
I knew that was coming.
First and foremost, she's the shit, man. Like, niggas don't get it, man. They gonna get it though. Like, they gonna get it. She's the shit. Who else? You know who I was watching her work, you know what I'm saying? I want to give a shout out to Tiana Taylor on her video work. She's been directing, she's been directing a couple videos and shit like that. And them shits is fire, bro. Like, she's bringing heat to the game. You should watch them, son, because they all modeled after the classics and stuff like that. And I think if she mash on the gas with that one, like, she's going to be one of the best music video directors out there.
Beautiful.
And thirdly, who do I want to give it to? I want to give it to somebody in sports. I want to shout out to Kawhi Leonard and Marshawn Lynch. Those are my guys because of the tunnel vision. The motherfuckers, they got a goal, bro.
Yeah.
And they're gonna attain it. You know what I'm saying? Marshawn Lynch said, run through a motherfucker face if you have to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I love both of their personalities.
Right. Kawhi didn't say anything.
Reserved.
He proved, you know what I'm saying? He didn't talk the talk, but he walked the fucking walk and shit like that. So I always strive to have the same attitude as them when I'm doing my motherfucking thing.
Word. All right. What is something you do every day ceremonially that you try to incorporate into your daily routine that really helps you either get inspired or prepared for the day? And I know you're looking at me with a twisted face, knowing that I know the answer.
Something that I do every day to get myself inspired. I drink tea. No, I'm playing. I smoke motherfucking weed, bro. I like weed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like weed, bro. Like, that's just, it is what it is, man. I like to smoke. But you know what else I do, though? I work out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I work out every day. I do my little calisthenics and stuff like that. I'm trying to get into the cardio area thing, so I'll be trying to run up my stairs and stuff like that. I do mad push-ups and stuff.
We're gonna have Shamari on the podcast.
Oh yeah,
so
okay,
that one maybe
cool.
you can get some tips from.
Nah, I already got he showed me the initial workout and shit, and I can't go to Valley Stream.
Yeah, it's deep.
Niggas don't want to fucking go to Valley Stream,
early.
so I just took the workouts and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do these shits at home.
Yeah,
and I'm seeing results and shit. So he could probably still claim them if he wants, but working out, incorporating that into my daily has got me feeling better. You know what I'm saying? Like, for the day and stuff like that. But yeah, I smoke motherfucking blunt, my nigga. That's it.
Word up.
Watch
some wrestling. I knew that was coming, man. I also see you
if I could, I would fuck every day.
Oh, man, that's the MADWIZ'S answer I was looking for.
Yeah.
Okay, last. What is an area in your life right now that you're really trying to master? It could be right now, or it could be over the course of your life.
Right now, like, I mean, well, first and foremost, man, it's like the music is the most important thing. So, we trying to do something huge with this, and we trying to break in, and we have to be them niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's hilarious, Fifth, but it's just what's true is true. Word. We have to. We can't just be, some underground niggas or some mid-tier niggas or some niggas that just did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to be legends. We have to be famous glamorous and fantastic because we're trying to change the culture.
Mm-hmm.
And we only can have earth-shattering shit to do that. Like, that's it. Like, we gotta sit at the top. Motherfuckers gotta be like, oh yeah, those guys. You know what I'm saying? Because we want hip hop to be as godly as we just spoke about it. What was the fucking question?
What an area of your life that you want to master?
Oh yeah, other than that,
that was an answer. Yeah.
Okay, that was an answer. That was an answer, but that, like, other than that, personally, son, I'm trying to get this romance shit right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to get my love life in order, but it has nothing to do with anybody else but me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to like center myself, because there's a lot going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as, you know, because even if we live in this era where it's so much banter, so much talk and shit like that it always leaves you thinking about some shit. Like, it's always something to think about, and especially in relationships and stuff like that. So I be trying to like clear the chatter out of my head, really try to figure out what it is that I want and what it is that I need, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And eventually find somebody who's gonna, you know, provide that for me and figure out what her terms are and if I can meet those and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Because eventually one day I do want to get married to a very special lady. And we don't know who the fuck she is, goddamn it. I might have to build this bitch. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm also navigating, you know, the casual non-relationship side of shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I be fucking, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, with the women that I be with and stuff, like, I try to keep shit respectful, you know what I'm saying? I know that I can still respect them. I can still, you know, support them. I can still protect them when need be, you know what I'm saying? But I don't have to fucking commit to shit until, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's something that I want, I absolutely need. I just make sure that the truth is told and that everything is on the table and that me and whoever I'm fucking with is on the same page. And, you know, things go smoothly for the most part.
Yeah. Word. Amen, man. You're young. We're both young.
Word.
And, you're going to find that somebody, man.
Oh, yeah, son. I know, man. We're going to spoil the shit out that bitch, too, man. We're going to buy her a goddamn boat.
Word up, man. Wow. MADWIZ'S, thank you for coming on to the show, man.
Yo, Fifth God, I love you so much, my brother. I love you
too, man. And thank you for being so much yourself. You're someone who has, you know, I know a couple people in my life who specifically inspire me to be myself even more, as ironic as that sounds. But you're someone who just completely is unapologetic, vulnerable, honest, not afraid of sharing insecurities or issues you're going through, and that's been deep for me, man.
I just want to tell a nigga that it's hard for, that it's not easy. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not easy, bro, but God, it's the best. You know what I'm saying? It's the best for your soul, because when you hold it in, my nigga, like, you just turn into a worse person. I could be an evil motherfucker. I'm a badass nigga, but I'm not an evil motherfucker. Because I choose to be vulnerable and let shit show. You know what I'm saying? I hope that for every nigga and bitch out there in the world.
Well, that's love, man. Keep on shining, and thank you for coming on, brother. Peace.
Thank you guys so much for listening to this week's episode. If you want to learn more about MADWIZ'S, you can follow him on Instagram and Twitter at ToughBoyMADWIZ. And he also has a brand new project out now called God's Gold Teeth. You can find that on Spotify, iTunes, or simply look at the show notes. And if you guys want to learn more about the offer that I provided at the beginning of this podcast relating to a chance to win a free limited edition vinyl of my debut album as a record producer, The Fifth Tape, all you need to do is DM us on Instagram at the Masters of Ceremony, and please leave us a review on iTunes. Share with a friend, leave a comment, show some love, reach out to me personally at Fifth God. And I look forward to giving away one of these vinyls, and I look forward to continuing to hear all of your feedback about this new platform. So happy to have you guys here yet again, and looking forward to seeing you next week. Peace.